Service meeting for the first time in 2025. Economists and consumers alike are waiting to see if and when there will be more rate cuts. Joining us now is Thomas Hayes, Chairman and Managing Member at Great Hill Capital. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Mary.
And President Trump has called for interest rates to drop immediately. Do you predict any shakeups or surprises, or will it be business as usual?
I think the secret to happiness is low expectations, and we can expect business as usual. Right now, there's a 2.7% chance or expectations that there will be a cut for this meeting. So very low expectations here. I don't think that will change even if Trump wants cuts immediately, because number one, they have to get more information. Tariffs and deportation could be short-term inflationary for prices. The DOGE, Department of Governmental Efficiency, could offset some of that, but they can't make any decisions until they know what the landscape is going to look like.
How do you predict the central bank's relationship with the new administration will be?
Probably less pleasant than we've seen in recent history. Trump wants rates lower. He's going to continue to pound on that table. And Jay Powell is going to continue to ride out his term to early next year and do exactly what he believes the data is telling him to do. So expect a lot of push and pull there. President Trump does believe he should have a say in rates. The Fed is an independent body, so I think that will be the push-pull moving forward. And there's limitations on what can be done to really force the Fed's hand.
Many are saying inflation concerns have eased, but plenty of Americans still feeling the impact. Do you think the U.S. will hit the 2% inflation target this year, or is it still out of reach?
I think that is unlikely. We do have debt to GDP near record highs, 120% going back all the way to post-World War II. And honestly, the only way to solve for that is you have to run growth above trend, which means inflation is probably going to be in the 2.5% to 3.5% range for the foreseeable future. That's going to help us bring down the debt to GDP ratio through growth. And the good news is wages are slowly catching up. So it should be a push-pull, fast growth, wages starting to catch up, but inflation a little bit above trend.
The Fed lowered rates 3 times in 2024. What is your prediction for 2025?
I think I'm going to side with the Fed here. Their summary of economic projections, their dot plot indicates they want to get 2 cuts in 2025. I think that's realistic expectations. If you look at Fed fund futures, where this stuff is gamed out, you have a 30% cut, a chance of a cut in May. By June, you go to 74%, and by December, you've got a 90% chance of a cut and a 62% chance of 2 cuts by December. I think it's going to be back half loaded. I think we get 2 more cuts, Mary.
Thomas Hayes, Chairman and Managing Member of Great Hill Capital. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.